The International Roller Skating League presents bank track skating competition from Kezar Pavilion in the heart of Golden Gate Park, San Francisco, California. Today, it's the San Francisco Bay Bombers versus the Chiefs. This game has been pre-recorded for syndication and showing at a more convenient time. Any use, retransmission, reproduction, or other description of this broadcast without the expressed written permission of the International Roller Skating League and/or its associates is strictly prohibited. The announcers for this broadcast have been hired by the International Roller Skating League and are in no way affiliated with the station on which you are watching this program. Hello, I'm Don Drury. Along with me, Nick Skopas. We'll be calling your play-by-play action. But first, Nick, let's take a look at some of the superstars we'll be watching in competition.
Okay, Donald, here's a shot of Joe Foster. He's a 15-year veteran skating steady. He lives out here in California. He was a great scorer in his time. He's the coach of the Chiefs. One time he skated with Charlie O'Connell, setting an all-time scoring record for one game, Don. I think he scored some 40-odd points. Here's Alan Little, one of the best jammers I've ever skated against. I know that. But the guy not only can jam, he can block. He does quite a bit for the team, and he's helped every team he skated with. He's another 9-year veteran.
Those are some of the great stars that we'll be watching in competition. And we'll be joining the women in the first skating period of today's game. When we return, we'll be back right after these commercial words. Don Drury, Nick Skopas calling the action. We're in the first skating period of this game. The women are on the track, and the game is already in progress. The Chiefs lead by 1 point, 1-0 over the Bay Bombers. There's blocking at the front of the pack, and the Bay Bomber jammer is moving into scoring position. It will be Sandy Dunn, 46 of the Chiefs on defense. Number 46, Sandy Dunn, back to do the blocking at the rear of the pack. Meyer hit to the outside, stopped by Dunn, attempts to come in with another attempt to score to the outside, again hit up by the rail. Dunn again comes up with that block. Jammers trying to fight their way through. The only jammer back there. Now Joan Weston drops back on the assist for Peanuts Meyer. The crowd coming up behind. Weston reaching back. There's a whip. And Meyer hit by Dunn, put down. Meyer is back up and moving again. Weston going to work on Dunn. Comes in with a block. Here comes Meyer. Over around the outside, over the top. The jam called off. There was one Bay Bomber point scored by Peanuts Meyer over Sandy Dunn, the assist of Joan Weston.
A super play on Weston's part, Don, seeing that Meyer got dumped in the back. Joni was trying to sweep her up and whip her on, but it's Dunn. It looks like she started out early in the game where she's trying to intimidate everybody, but hit them really hard. She's one of the stronger blockers in the league, Don.
Just a tremendous blocker. She's been with the Chiefs for a long time. She started off originally, Nick, with the Red Devils under Coach Ken Monty, but certainly came into her own, I think, around 1969.
Well, you can see a lot of Ken Monty has rubbed off on her. When she hits it with a block, she just puts everything into it. And I feel she's going to intimidate a lot of these jammers on the Chief team, on the Bomber team, by the way she blocks.
The pack is formed. The whistle sounds, and once again, the offensive jammers try to work their way from the rear of the pack. Here comes the jammer up and out. It is Jerry Murray, number 42, moving for the Chiefs. Murray, Nick, you can't say enough about this woman.
It's my all-time favorite skater. I've skated with her. I've skated against her, and she just keeps on plugging. And she's got one of the greatest skating styles. She's got.
Jammer coming up behind Jerry Murray is Barbara Baker. The pack is lifted high, but I think Baker also got through. I think Baker also got in there. We'll be waiting for the officials to straighten this one out. The official ruling on the play. There were 3 Bay Bomber points picked up by Barbara Baker. I believe Murray scored, and I don't know if that secondary Chief also scored.
I'm still waiting for a decision, Don. Catherine Shaw, it looked like it was awfully close as to whether Catherine Shaw got in there or not.
Yes, there were. Nick, there were 2 points picked up on the play by the Chiefs, 1 by each jammer, 1 by Jerry Murray, 1 by Catherine Shaw. There were 3 Bay Bomber points by Barbara Baker. The Bombers are in the lead 4-3 over the Chiefs here in the first skating period with 4 minutes remaining.
I got to say this, Donald. These referees have been pretty sharp through the last series and the beginning of this one here. They really look good.
You've got to give an awful lot of credit. Jerry Murray, Nick, 56, 57, maybe 55, and I'm just taking a guess, and I don't want to get too personal here. You never know when I'm going to be doing an interview, and she might remember.
Just stay on the safe side. She looks like she's 26.
Oh, you're safe. You do the interview. Jammer going out. 37. Peanuts Meyer on the move for the Bay Bombers. And out and moving after Meyer. Second jam in a row. Jerry Murray again out on this play. Peanuts Meyer comes up. Elbow blocking to Murray. Murray stays right with it. Drive back to the inside. Good action down that straightaway. Here they come in with a block. Meyer down. Murray off balance. Spinning off of the rail. She went high as well. Murray is back and moving again. Those jammers are taking off. Peanuts Meyer trying to close on Jerry Murray. Those are the offensive scores. They're moving on the rear of the pack. It'll be Joan Weston back to do the blocking at the rear for the Bay Bombers. Here comes Murray. You can see them at the top of your screen now, off towards the left. Peanuts Meyer is also in contention as a block. Good shoulder. She is a veteran and a professional. Dunn comes back. A key block. The jam called off. The jam called off as Meyer was coming up. Good play there.
That lady just amazes me. Murray, if you really look at the game, Don, she's never given any quarter. She doesn't get any quarter. You know, these people are hitting hard out there.
They certainly are. They certainly are. And Nick, let's take a look at this again.
Okay, here she comes in on the jam. After knocking down Meyer, Weston's dropping back there to block her out. Now, I know Sandy Dunn knows that Murph is a little bit tired, but she's always heads up. She picks up Meyer coming around the outside. That was a good, strong block in there. Weston's paying attention to Murray, forgot about Dunn, and Dunn took her right on through there. Murray picked up a point.
Good play there. Of course, we're back to the skating action as it's happening here in the building right now. That was the instant replay. You'll be seeing more of that in the game. And it was a heads-up play by Murray on that last jam. I don't think Dunn saw Meyer back up in skating. She did cut it off. The jam is started by number 43, Sandy Dornenberg of the Chiefs. The Bay Bombers yet to get a jammer out. The score is tied 4-4. Minute 40 seconds remaining here in the first period. There's the jammer, 43, Sandy Dornenberg. She's moving into scoring contention. It will be Joan Weston back to do the blocking at the rear of the pack for the Bay Bombers. Dornenberg moving in. The Chiefs have blocked up the pack, but Weston back. Good, solid blocks. Dunn spinning around. Did not get back far enough to help out. Jammer again makes a bid to the outside. There's Dunn looking to assist. Weston moves up, sidestep. And the jammer taken out by Sandy Dunn. Her own teammate. Again, Dunn trying to move Weston out of the way. The blocking continues. There's a bomber jammer coming up. Dunn is down. Dunn is down.
That jammer cut that play off with the bomber jammer coming out, Don. It stopped play.
She jumped back up, cut the play off. No score on the play. Heads up move. Weston quickly moving out of the way. There are only 45 seconds remaining here in the first period with the score tied 4 for the Bay Bombers and 4 for the Chiefs.
You can see how hard that Dunn hits. It took Dornenberg about half a minute to get up off that track.
They'll try and reorganize the pack. They won't have much time if they do get a jammer out, however. They'll only have the time on the scoreboard. I don't think they'll be able to score in this period. Somebody's really going to have to fly. 20 seconds left to go in the period. The pack reorganized. The whistle sounds. The jammers trying to work their way up. And I believe again for the Chiefs, it's going to be Jerry Murray. This is 3 jams she's been out, but time is going to run out against her. They have 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. It's over. And that is the end of the first period. With the score tied, the Bombers 4 and the Chiefs 4. Don Drury, Nick Scopus back calling the action. We're at Kezar Pavilion moving into the second skating period of this game. We remind the fans you'll be watching the first half today, and along the syndicated network you'll be watching the second half as it appears, probably next week in rotation. The score is tied 4-4 and the men are on the track. Jammers make their way up. Sidestep by Cliff Butler, number 36 of the Bay Bombers to start this jam. Number 47, Johnny Rice, coming out quickly for the Chiefs. 1-1 on the play. Elbow block to the out. Hard elbow block thrown back by Rice, and Butler shaken up. Rice slows down, waiting for Butler to make another move. Shoulder block. Butler stays right in there, but has taken some hard shots to the head. And O'Connell, number 40, Charlie O'Connell out after Rice. Rice calls the play off, wanting no part of Charlie O'Connell. No score on the play. Rice not taking any chances. When he saw O'Connell move out, Nick.
put you in the line. I know how that feels too. I've seen Charlie come after me, and I think it's a wise decision when you get a big man like Charlie coming after you. That you may as well cut it off, unless you have a big enough lead or you're fast enough and they got somebody set up in the back. But it looked like Butler took quite a beating though from Johnny Rice. I guess Johnny's going to come in and show everybody who's boss.
Well, he's a tremendous jammer. He's got a lot of speed.
He's a strong little man too. He really is.
Well, I think you find most of the jammers are. They're in top physical condition. They not only take the beating at the rear of the pack, but they're the ones that have to exert all the energy to get there.
Going all the way around.
Jammers breaking out. It is Alfonso Reyes out and moving for the Chiefs. For the Bay Bombers, 32, Chris Rowe out. Rowe spun off the rail by Alfonso Reyes. Comes right back up in pursuit. High forearm block back into Alfonso Reyes, and Reyes takes up the chase on Rowe now. There's a drive coming up out of that turn. Rowe sent into the rail. Penalty, Alfonso Reyes. Penalty on Alfonso Reyes. Rowe trying to get through. There is now a 2-minute penalty as he interfered with that jammer. Here's a speedy jammer, Joe Perez, taking up the chase on Rowe. The jammers are moving into scoring position. It'll be Bill Grohl back to do the blocking. 38 for the Bombers. And Joe the Jet Foster back there for the Chiefs. Good blocking going on at the rear. Foster comes in with a key block to stop Chris Rowe. Grohl set up. Good elbow block. Back into Joe Perez. Jammers try the inside. Hit back, taken down again. Grohl with a block. Foster taken out. Or Roscoe rather coming in.
That was awfully close.
But time ran out. No score, Nick. No score on the play.
That's a good call by the referees. That was awfully close. You can see this Chief team, they're backing each other up. And the referee's calling it awfully tight. I think they don't want this game to get out of hand. But this kid, Joe Perez, always gives 1,000% when he's on the track.
The Chiefs will be shorthanded. They have Alfonso Reyes in the penalty box for 2 minutes. He got one penalty for the illegal blocking play. He picked up an additional penalty for interfering with the playing field after he was signaled off of the track. The score remains tied. 4 for the Bombers, 4 for the Chiefs. And the Chiefs at a disadvantage on the track. The pack is formed. Once again, the whistle sounds. The offensive jammers will try and work their way up and out. It'll be Alan Littles who starts the play. Chiefs have that jammer out and moving. And a whip. Dynamite Mike Gammon coming out for the Bay Bombers. 1-1 in the play. These two men can really fly. Gammon comes up with an inside block, takes the lead. Little sprints right back down. Back with a block to Gammon. Gammon pouring it back on now. Shoulder block, inside sidestep. Littles raising off. Butler back doing the blocking. Littles put down. Gammon comes in low. Skater's taken down. The jammer is Gammon coming up. Gammon inside.
Great all-round play, Donald. What a super point that was. Everybody was really working hard on the jam. This Alan Littles, although he got knocked down and the Chiefs were scored on, just super skating by both Gammon, Littles, Cliff Butler. Cliff Butler seeing the Chief blocker high, picked him up right away with Gammon coming through, throwing a great block on Littles, taking his legs out and shooting on through, picking up that point.
Gammon, quick moves out there. Alan Little's almost as fast as Gammon, maybe just as fast. It's hard to say, but once they get going like that, it's anybody's game, Nick.
If you watch Littles, he's almost like an eel. Gammon had almost hit him with the block, and he just kind of slid right past him.
Score. There was no increase on the scoreboard in the score. The score is apparently remaining tied 4-4. Both teams are back to full strength. Tony Roman starts the jam for the Bay Bombers. And Joe Perez. Joe Perez coming out for the Chiefs. 1-1 on the play. Another set of fast jammers here. Perez comes up. Good elbow blocking to Tony Roman. Roman sprinting right back up and stays right in stride. Moves to the inside. Ooh, good elbow blocking there by Roman. Perez comes sidestep by Roman. Perez again trying to make his move, but Roman has moved off just a little bit on Perez. Perez drives to the inside block. Roman down. Roman is back up. He's about a half a lap behind. Perez having a little bit of advantage on there, but Roman is not one to quit. He's back on his skates and moving again. Jammer in scoring position. 38, Bill Grohl will be doing the blocking at the rear for the Bay Bombers. Perez yet to make a move. Here comes Roman. Roman comes in with a block. Perez taken out. Grohl back to lead the way. Block. Try to move Foster. Spin whip inside. The official decision, there was one Bay Bomber point scored on the play. Tony Roman, the assist of Bill Grohl. So the score now, the Bay Bombers with 5, the Chiefs with 4. We'll take another look at this again, Nick.
Okay, Donald. Here comes Roman up on Perez. Perez is going to come through the inside here, throw a good block. He sidesteps Roman again, and he catches him with a real hard block down here and puts him down. Right here, Perez is going to come on in. Here's where he made his mistake. He forgot about Roman. He kept on coming in on Grohl. Now, he knows that Grohl is a big, strong blocker. He was trying to compose himself a little bit, and Roman coming up through the inside here. Perez never seen him coming. He got nailed. They picked up that point with Grohl giving an assist in front.
Foster gets a little... Foster a little out of position there as Grohl moved him out. We're out on the jam right now. We're back with the live action here in the building. Again, we remind you this game pre-recorded. Rice just dumped by Cliff Butler. They've been exchanging hard blocks all night. Butler, you can see, moving very sluggishly, still shaken up. Still shaken up from the previous jam that he was out there with Johnny Rice. There's the man that can score. 36, Cliff Butler. All of the Chiefs kept in the pack. And Johnny Rice sent back to do the blocking for the Chiefs. That's actually a bad move by the Chiefs on this play, Nick, as they don't have a jammer out and moving.
Well, I think this Rice and Butler had a little thing going before they finished skating with the other league, Don, and it looks like it's going to carry on over. This Johnny Rice is hitting him with these high blocks. O'Connell starting to come around.
Charlie O'Connell now moving up. O'Connell 40 going by. They're on the pack.
There's nobody back there.
O'Connell inside scores. O'Connell coming out of nowhere, just flying by on the inside, picking up points for the Bombers.
Well, you were right, Donald. It was a bad play. They should have never had Rice go back there.
Well, I just could never understand myself, Nick, why they have a jammer. And, Nick, they're calling a timeout on the track. Timeout is being called on the track with the score. The Bay Bombers 6 and the Chiefs 4. Don Drury, Nick Scobis calling the action. We're in the second skating period. Bombers lead 6-4 over the Chiefs. 3 minutes, 33 seconds remaining in the period. Jammer out and moving. 48. Alfonso Reyes on the play. Number 35, Mike Gammon coming out of the Bombers. There's a block to the inside. Gammon takes the lead on that jam. Reyes is going to have his work cut out to try and stay with Gammon. Gammon a little bit lighter and glides along that track. Reyes is going to have to push. Two jammers make their way on the rear. Reyes signaling into the pack, trying to set Gammon up as they move into scoring position. It'll be JoJo Stafford back to do the blocking at the rear. Gammon moving up, makes a move to the outside, is hit by Reyes and by Stafford. Gammon being hit. The jammers, Gammon put down. Stafford now to lead the way. Comes up to the block. Grohl taken out. Still a drive going. Orozco hit back there. O'Connell now doing the blocking for the Bay Bombers at the rear. Reyes trying to fight his way through. Still trying to get in. There's a Bomber jammer coming up. Gammon making jam called off. The jam called off. The official decision. There were 2 Chief points scored.
That was a good play on Reyes' part, not trying to keep up with Gammon. Score is tied at 6-6, Don. They waited. They had JoJo Stafford back there. Now, I know this JoJo Stafford. He skated with me for several years. And this guy's a strong blocker. He's also a very, very good jammer. But the thing is that a guy like Alfonso, he may as well let Gammon go ahead and haul, because there ain't no way he's going to catch him, and hope that JoJo or Foster's back there to stop him. Set him up and get rid of him, then you'll go on in and try to score your points after that. 2
minutes remaining here in the second period with the score tied. 6 for the Bombers, 6 for the Chiefs. Alan Little starts that jam. Chiefs get the first jammer out and moving, and coming out is Chris Rowe. There's a whip. Charlie O'Connell on the move. O'Connell taking up the chase on Little's. Look at these 2 men sprint out. Back being bunched up. Jammers coming up inside. The jam called off. O'Connell unable to catch up with Alan Little's. Little scores 2 Chief points on the play. That breaks the tie.
I was wondering why they didn't have Little's jamming with the Gammon. I guess this is why they're going to try and utilize him away from Gammon, because he's got so much speed. I don't think this, well, Roman can stay with him, but they're putting him up there with the other secondary jammers, and he's just flying away from him. O'Connell was chasing, which is a good thing to get Charlie out of the pack, and then grab 2 guys in the pack, 2 blockers in the pack, take him high, and just hope you can get Allen through there and pick up that deuce like they did. That was a good play on the Chiefs' part.
8-6. Chiefs lead by 2 over the Bay Bombers here in the second period. 1 minute remains in this period. 1 minute. The pack is formed. The whistle sounds. Offensive jammers trying to work their way up from the rear. Jammer coming up and out. 37, Tony Roman on the play. Roman, there's the lead jammer. 37, Tony Roman. Chiefs also have a jammer out. Joe Perez, 43. 1-1 on the play. 40 seconds left to go in the period and the jam. Alfonso Reyes sent back to do the blocking for the Chiefs. For the Bay Bombers, it'll be Mint's captain, Bill Grohl. Roman now caught in the same situation as the skater was earlier in this period. Roman put down. They'll be trying to make their way up. They're going to work on Grohl. Grohl being hit. Jammer going through.
It looks like there was no score. Alfonso's using his hands an awful lot, and the referees are staying on him.
It looks like they picked up on him very quickly there. 10 seconds remaining in the period. I did not see a score signaled, so apparently it's going to be a penalty call up there. Time in this period is expiring with the score. The Chiefs 8 and the Bay Bombers 6. Don Drury, Nick Scopus, doing your play-by-play commentary for this game, coming your way from Kezar Pavilion. We're in the third skating period with the Chiefs leading the Bay Bombers by 2, 8-6. Back is formed, the whistle sounds, the offensive jammers will be coming out. The period does read number 1, but we are in the third skating period. Jammers up and out. Sandy Dornenberg moving for the Chiefs. Bay Bombers 37, Carol Peanuts-Meyer on the move. Meyer comes up with the inside, elbow blocks, high-lows the skater, going down the straightaway, and is caught off guard, put down by Sandy Dornenberg. Now the Chiefs, with the only scoring threat out moving on the play, they have the advantage. All of the Bombers being kept in. And the Chiefs lead by 2 points, 8-6 over the Bombers. Dornenberg, 43. She's the one that can score. She's controlling that pack, slowing it down. And on defense of the rear of the pack will be number 38, Joan Weston, women's captain of the Bay Bombers. Dornenberg makes a bid to the outside. Good elbow block by Weston. Sends her high up along the rail. Back still bunched up by the Chiefs. They're trying to give that jammer moving in as much possible time as they can to try and score. Good block back by Weston. And again, Dornenberg put down. Moves forward. Elbow block. Again stopped by Weston. Chiefs locking the pack up to a dead crawl. Nobody moving, and Weston doing the defensive work in the rear. About 2 seconds left to go in a jam. Dunn comes back, sidestep.
Boy, this Weston sure does have Dunn's number. Dunn is so eager to hit hard, that Weston keeps one eye on her, one eye on the jammer, and she catches this Dunn coming back, just steps out of her way. Sandy's picked up so much momentum coming back that she can't stop. She's going to go flying right into her own jammer if Weston gets out of the way. And that's been the case twice so far.
8-6. The Chiefs remain on top by 2 here in the third skating period. Back being reorganized. Pivot skaters will go to the front, blockers into the middle, jammers at the rear. Once they get that pack in a formation, the whistle will sound. The offensive jammers will make their way forward. And the jammer coming up first for the Chiefs. It is number 35, Judy McGuire, moving out for the Bay Bombers. And for the Chiefs, it is Catherine Shaw on the play. Secondary jammers also on the move. All 4 jammers out moving. Both teams with the potential of picking up 6 points if both of those jammers from each team could score over all of the opposing players in the pack. Highly unlikely, though, Nick.
Yeah, it hardly ever happens. What you'll try and do is one of these skaters will try to take the other off and let the better jammer go on.
Jammer's coming into scoring position. Dunn back with a good block. McGuire put down. Shaw moves forward now. Weston comes in with a block. Another skater taken down. Secondary jammers. Shaw put down again. Secondary jammer Terry Lewis now takes over the lead. She'll be moving on Joan Weston at the rear. Jammer coming up at the rear. Weston doing the blocking in the pack. Jammer's coming up. Shaw again hit back by Weston. Dunn comes in with a key block. Elbow block. Baker slowed down. Lewis moves up again. There's a skater caught off guard. And Lewis is again stopped from scoring. Baker takes the lead, heads up play. However, the official ruling there were 2 Chief points picked up on the jam. So the Chiefs increase their lead by 4 points now, increasing it by 2 to 4-point lead, 10-6 over the Bay Bombers.
Normally when you get a 2-and-2 jam like that, you'll try and pick up one of the jammers will try and pick up the other one, take them back, and let your better jammers go ahead on in with a better opportunity to try and score. In this case here, one of the Bombers got knocked down. The other one had no choice. She had to keep on going, and both Chiefs came in. One of the Bombers got knocked into the... I didn't see who got knocked high, Donald, but they did pick up that 2 points.
I believe it was Ann Bauer that was hit high. Weston hit low. 10-6. Chiefs on top. 4 points here in the third skating period. Again, we remind you, you'll be seeing the second half of this game along the Special Bay Bomber Network. So be sure and tune in on a weekly basis and follow all of the exciting bank track skating action. Jammers make their way from the rear of the pack. Bay Bombers trying to get a jammer out. Up and out first is Peanuts Meyer, but she took a whip off of Sandy Dunn, and there is a penalty called. The Jammers continue to move. It is Jerry Murray now with the lead on this jam. Jammers on the play, and Sue Braguglia coming out for the Bay Bombers. 1-1 on the play. Braguglia moves to the inside. Up with a block. Murray hit back. Just incredible jammer there.
She's got such an easy style, Donald.
1-1, moving into scoring position. Murray will try and score for the Chiefs. Braguglia for the Bombers. Good blocking, going out of the rear of the pack. Weston comes in with a key block to the outside, stops Murray from scoring. Murray tries the inside, back to the outside. Braguglia belted back by Sandy Dunn. Both of these jammers can't score over the blockers. Good action at the rear and good defensive work by both of these women. Tremendous offensive effort by these jammers. They've got to be tired. Make another move. Murray again moves forward. Braguglia again slowed down. Murray put down. Braguglia trying to score. Dunn hit back. Block doesn't take. Braguglia again moves up. Dunn hit into the rail by Weston. Braguglia still going and is picked off by Dornenberg.
That was fine second effort on Weston's part, where she didn't get a hold of Dunn with that first block she threw. Kind of set her up, deked her up there, and picked her up again. Picked up a point for the Bombers.
1 point picked up on the play, and the score now. In the third skating period, the Chiefs 10 and the Bombers 7, and a timeout is being called on the track. A timeout being called on the track, I believe being called by the Bombers. Don Drury, Nick Scopus calling your play-by-play action. We're in the third skating period of this game, coming from Kezar Pavilion between the Bombers and the Chiefs. The Chiefs lead by 3, 10-7 over the Bay Bombers. Jammer out and moving. 48 is Terry Lewis for the Chiefs. Bombers without a jammer out and moving on the play. Skaters breaking late, but they're a long way back. Here's your scoring option coming up at the rear of the pack. Jammer moves up, hit back by Joan Weston. Weston comes back, key block to the outside. Stops that jammer, Terry Lewis, from moving around the outside to pick up additional Chief points. They're already in the lead. Again, that jammer down the straightaway. Belted back by Weston. Weston, one of the key defensive blockers, now done, trying to assist the jammer around the outside. Secondary jammers move up. Chiefs have 2 potential scores. McGuire inside. McGuire going through. There was 1 Bomber point, and Dunn going after McGuire.
But Dunn is hot. She is just hot. This is about the 3rd play that she's fouled up, where Weston has gotten to her with and the jammers working very, very hard to get up there to pass her.
Jerry Murray trying to calm Sandy Dunn down up there. The blocker, Sandy Dunn, trying to assist her jammer up, and the fans, of course, are very happy for the Bombers right now. Tremendous crowd, again, showing here at Kezar Pavilion. Great support for the Bombers. 4 minutes remaining here in the third period, and the Chiefs continue to lead by 2 points, 10-8 over the Bay Bombers. Dunn, again, as I was saying, Nick, was caught off guard trying to work 2 of her jammers through. I think she was expecting one of her jammers to pick off that other jammer so she could just concentrate